Sponsored by the Mike Morris Law Firm. 855 Mike wins. Jason Carr Live starts now.
Good Monday morning. How's it going out there? Eventually will turn nice later today, pushing 70 degrees according to Paul Gross, and the bottom falls out tonight and turns yucko again. But in the meantime, pour a second cup of Joe, because we have a full complement of crack-savvy technicians behind the scenes, including John.
Good morning, everybody. We're training Brian. Jacob's finally back.
April the giraffe, we now know the name of her baby boy. Animal Adventure Park in New York finally revealed the name of April's calf, who she gave birth to in April. Tahir?
Tahir, but that's actually short for Tahiri.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. With a J.
Right.
It's a soft J.
A soft J. Yogging?
Yeah, yogging.
Or
like
maybe
yogging.
jogging. I'm not quite certain. Yeah, how about it?
Pretty neat.
Are people still giraffe crazy?
Well, you know what I just was reading, actually, was Tuesdays. They go live every Tuesday between 4 and 8. So we will definitely be putting up a live stream tomorrow with Tahiri's progress.
All right. Wait till you see this. Have you seen this picture?
Which one?
Have you seen it, Brian? The picture with the woman and
there
the pizza? Can we see it full? Okay, so to describe what we have going on here, she is slumped over on the subway in the tube in England, and there appears to be at least 2, maybe 3 slices of this pizza consumed. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, so wherever she was partying or whatever she was doing, she actually managed to eat some of the pizza. Well, we presume that she ate it because maybe somebody else on the train got it while she was...
Well, the 5-second rule applies, I think, here. It never actually touches the floor of the tube, so...
Risky, but you could do it.
You could still do it. You could get away. I think you'd get away with it.
She looks out, so you could probably get it.
Yeah.
She looks what?
She looks out cold.
Out. It's, we don't know who she is. We can't see her face. But yeah, a reporter for the BBC took a picture of that and then put it on his Twitter. And the internet went wild. The interwebs, the Twitterverse went crazy trying to decide whether the pizza was savable. They were more interested in that than how she ended up with the pizza and all this in the first place.
The things you see in the tube.
So my theory goes like this. She was out having a good time, ate some of the pizza, and then went into a food coma, food good time coma.
Thought, like, I'll take this, back to the apartment.
I'm going to take this back to my flat.
I'll finish it later.
And then she just conked out.
I've never slept on the tube before.
Well, if it's 8 a.m., how long has she been there?
Yeah. She's getting a full night's sleep.
Look, can we see the pizza up close again?
I see mushrooms. I see some red peppers. What else do you think's on there?
Well, I was trying to guess by the coagulation of the cheese whether she'd been there for hours.
But you gotta think, not many pizza places are open at 7 in the morning, so it's probably a little old.
Yeah.
A man in Australia posted a video to Facebook showing a huge snake carrying a bearded dragon. He said, quote, "So I'm driving up the river road from Wilcannia, composing a poem for somebody for a heart full of bush, the autumn sun, and wide red road, and upon lay a sizable brown snake eating a bearded dragon."
I mean, snakes just are terrifying animals. But to carry this big of a lizard in its mouth.
What if you encountered this? This looks like Charlie Tickles, our dog, trying to make way with bacon off of my daughter's plate.
No, I guess the question is, do you try and save the bearded dragon?
No,
you run away.
Circle of life. Nature as we know it.
Now, this is an interesting conversation that everyone's having in comment section right now is about the name. April's calf's name. They're, I mean, talking about how it's Swahili or if it's an African name, and people are asking what's with the name. Well, voting ended on Sunday. The final names included choices like Apollo, Geo, Noah, Patches, and to vote, fans had to donate $1 to the zoo. So this was all a big way to raise money for the zoo, and this is a traditional, I guess, African name maybe, and these are African animals.
Okay. Wild Kingdom continues apace with this one. In Sydney's Redfern, a giant wasp was seen carrying an even larger huntsman spider back to its lair. Now remember, the huntsman spider is the bird eater.
Now this would have been a smaller huntsman. This has got to be like a baby huntsman.
Look at this wasp. Aren't you glad we don't have stuff like that here? Is that a coat? Oh boy. Now you can't find it? Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Oh, good.
Ooh.
Peter says, like Indiana Jones, I hate snakes.
Mm-hmm.
A London cat escaped unscathed after an unexpected dip in the docks. Felix, the Royal Docks Management Authority cat, a phrase I never thought I would say, was caught on camera charging out from behind a building, pursued by another cat before tumbling into the water. Felix wasn't hurt.
I'm going to take this full screen so we can actually see it.
Whoa! So in goes the worker to save Felix the cat, who apparently had misplaced his bag of tricks.
It's funny that they have a cat working on the docks, who I guess maybe keeps other cats away from the docks. I don't know. I don't know what his roles are there.
Look at that place. Mm-hmm. Right up here, you know, there's like an old coffee station up here with like some sad coffee stirrers and like some sweet and low. It just looks like that kind of. You walk in. Oh, you know, I said coffee. This is over in London, so this is probably tea. It's gonna be a tea station.
Yep. Or the powdered coffee.
Rich and compelling. John has something for me. What is this? Oh boy. Whoop! Bloody hell. Mm-hmm. Not paying attention. That guy almost hit. What's he say after the collision?
Yeah, I think this is in Russian.
Well, yeah, they all have dash cams.
Yep.
For insurance purposes, Rod.
It helps to look ahead.
I know. You see, he's not even watching. We have these guys come cycling through our neighborhood.
Yeah.
You'll hear it. You'll hear,
I mean, I like
you
bike
look
riding.
up and there's like 20 bicyclists doing like 25 miles an hour down the street through our neighborhood.
I enjoy bike riding. I just don't take it quite as seriously as some bike enthusiasts do.
Where are you watching from? We've reached that point in the program, about 10 minutes in here, where I have to ask you, is anybody watching from Russia, from London, from the Far East, South Pole, North Pole, Holiday Inn, Holodome? When I was a kid, I was obsessed with the Holiday Inn Holodome because that promised a heated indoor swimming pool. You guys have no idea what I'm talking about.
Nope.
Where did you find that bike video?
Where did I see that? The depths of the internet. That's where I found it.
The depths?
Yes.
I'm not surprised to see Roseville checking in already. Oregon is here. Eric, our friend from Oregon, he's here. I did some digging into demographics.
Yes.
and discovered that I can tell there are certain densities in certain areas that watch, at least on my page anyway, some good coverage out there. Kansas City Jimmy John's was robbed last week, and with a gun in his face, the cashier didn't seem at all bothered by this. Full screen, please, John. Watch the Jimmy John's cashier, I guess, attendant. Now, what you're going to do is give me the money in the drawer.
Let me just take this glove off. Oh, one more dollar. Okay.
Can we see it again?
Yeah, that'll start over. Oh, this is from this.
All right. If you can keep a close eye on him, he's totally nonchalant about the whole thing. The guy puts a gun square in his face. Takes his glove off. Is he giving him attitude? Was that a whole like slow like he slow clapped him?
Really today?
This is happening, really? I have to take my gloves off for this? And then just hands him the entire drawer. Oh, $1.
Now, actually, this Kansas City police released this video, and the very next day they had enough tips from the public, and they were able to arrest a suspect. So they've got someone in custody.
Well, you can see his face plain as day. This is some of the best security footage I've seen. And he completely ignores the cookies. They're right there. You know.
You're already taking all the money. You might as well just grab a few cookies.
You would think. And now a Photoshop battle of a frog with 2 snails on its head. Oh, you know somebody's going to combine this with the girl in the pizza on the tube. You know what this looks like? The cashier at Jimmy John's. Totally nonplussed by the whole thing. That's an actual real photo?
That was the photo, yeah.
Snail earbuds, says Tammy. Helen thinks they look like headphones. Too funny, says Judy. Princess Leia style, Gloria. Where are you watching from? We got Oregon on here. Oregon on here. I almost said Oregon. Oregon on here, to be clear. Cassandra, Taylor's another place that we have a Rochester Hills. Yeah. Oh, I got a shout out from Lathrop Village. How about that? On Friday, speaking of Cinnabons on the head, Craig Calhoun taking his normal ride in Toronto on the bus, and he got on the bus and saw a man traveling with his 30-gallon barrel of Taco Bell Cinnabon frosting. What's going on here?
30 gallons of frosting on a public bus.
No one knows why or how.
Wouldn't that weigh like a ton?
Yeah, if it was full, he would need a dolly. It may have just been the package, you know?
Yeah, it's a mystery. No one knows, if cinnamon frosting's even inside there. It's just shocking to see more than anything.
People are still talking about the name of that giraffe. Lisa Carter watching from Columbus, Ohio.
Ooh.
You know, that's enemy territory for we Spartans and Wolverines. Columbus, Ohio. Are we sure we even want her patronage?
We'll take it. We'll take it.
By a show of hands, how many people want somebody watching from Columbus, Ohio?
I mean,
You have to show yourself.
Oh, yeah, right. I'll raise my hand. What? There's one.
Jacob?
I'm a pretty big Michigan fan, so.
No, says Jacob. Brian?
Sure. Yeah, I'll take it.
You're so enthused, you'll be perfect on this show. All right, we'll go ahead and say aye. Lisa's laughing. She's LOLing. Go Buckeyes. Take a hike, Joel. I know you're on here all the time, but beat it. Disney is opening a new park based off the movie Avatar. Hey, remember Avatar? Made a gajillion dollars, but left basically no cultural imprint at all. When's the last time you heard somebody reference it, talk about it?
I saw it once, and that was the only time I saw it.
I mean, that was like,
Yeah.
you were like in college when that came out.
Yeah.
That's how long ago that's been,
Yeah, I
right?
guess that's kind of interesting. There were no, like, quotable parts, no jokes that you continued making about it. It was just...
It was built up so much.
yeah, one-time deal.
I never saw it.
You didn't see it?
No.
Oh, man.
And
Yeah, no,
I gather I
interesting.
didn't miss anything.
It was more about the technology that it was filmed with and how visually appealing it was, and going to the theater with the 3D glasses and everything. But now you've missed the boat.
Well, they're making more of them. James Cameron is. Sneak peek on YouTube. The animatronics look way too much like real people. Uncanny Valley?
Yes.
Well, too much like... That's animatronic?
That's animatronic. Yeah.
Eee. That is kind of creepy.
I mean, at first I thought maybe it was a human in a costume, but I mean, the length of the arms just give it away.
Those eyes, though, they look so big. Very creepy.
Okay, well, so Avatar continues to have no cultural imprint because, as we're showing that, April giraffe baby name is Tahiri. Tahiri. The name is Tahiri. What's the name? It's Tahiri. The comments just keep rolling in about the baby name for the giraffe, and we are 15 minutes deep into this infotainment spectacular. We're showing Avatar, creepy Avatar animatronics, and the folks on the interwebs are nonplussed.
Tahiri. Tahiri.
Kids are going to have nightmares, Latea says. You know what sounds good right now?
Oh, what?
Louis Pizza in Hazel Park.
Yeah? How about this pizza?
You see it full. All right. This was snapped on the tube in London. Mind the gap. A young lady, asleep, I guess, 8 o'clock in the morning, with a partially consumed pizza falling off of her lap.
She only got through 2 slices.
But it was good.
But it was good. Yeah, but it was good.
What would you caption this? How would you, if you were to write a caption for this Twitter photo? Mind you, this is 8 o'clock in the morning, says the person taking the photo, a BBC reporter. What would you guys come up with?
Oh, something like food coma causes destruction of pizza, charges pending.
Of course. As a producer, that's exactly what you would say. An historic rocket launch this morning for SpaceX at 7:15 Eastern Time. The company launched a Falcon 9 rocket carrying a spy satellite for the National Reconnaissance Office into orbit. This is the realization of a contract with the U.S. government, the first time. About 9 minutes after takeoff, the rocket landed gently on a landing pad on Florida's Space Coast. How about that? The reusable rocket.
Yeah.
Remember how the shuttles rockets used to go jutting off?
Jettison and then just kind of burn up in the atmosphere.
How about that? Eminem's lawyers working hard. Lose Yourself was played for an unsmiling group. Hold back a sneeze there.
So which one do we want to play first? Do we want to play the actual commercial that is in question or the actual courtroom footage?
Let's play the commercial first.
So this was the commercial that aired. Let me turn this volume up a little bit.
But through your hard work and the National Party's economic management, New Zealand is heading in the right direction. Right now, our economy is growing faster than Australia and 28 other OECD countries. This election, the choice is simple. Stay on course to prosperity or risk it all on who knows what direction. Keep
So
the
it
teammates
obviously sounds
Working
like
for New
Eminem's
Zealand.
"Lose Yourself." It's
The
Nobody said
the
it would be
plunk
easy.
plunk 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 plunk.
a little bit of piano there at the end.
Okay, now
but
let's
it's-
listen, let's look at the lawyers listening.
Okay, so
to,
yeah,
the
they're,
song.
this is a copyright lawsuit, and this was played in courtroom, and just the reaction of these judges is great.
Can you play it full?
One shot, one opportunity. Seize everything you ever wanted. One moment that you captured, just let it slip. Yo. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. His vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's not.
They were so into that.
Yeah, they didn't even seem to really care.
Detroit Lions quarterback Matt Stafford and wife Kelly staying busy being the parents of newborn twins. The couple welcomed the twins to the world on March 31st. We have a picture posted by her on Instagram on Sunday showing Matthew working double time while watching the final rounds of the NFL draft.
That's got to be a lot of work.
Is that at his pad?
Yeah, it looks like a nice place. It's got a pretty decent oven back there in the kitchen.
You're funny. Ashley says that sounds the same. Definitely copyright. Mm-hmm. Helen only likes Eminem's old stuff. Judy bailed on us,
Did she?
saying that we're boring her, and like all the other peeps are like, well, not all, but several of the other peeps are saying, bye, Judy. Don't let the door hit you in the bum on the way out.
Jody.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. You're an inhuman monster. Dash the dreams of the boy. Can we see that snake again?
Yeah, let's take a look at that. This snake or this snake? No, this
No,
snake.
that snake. Can you take that full? What would you do if you happened upon this?
I'd run. No, I might. I mean, it depends. You got a good camera with you. You gotta take the video.
That's a snake right there. Yeah, it's real.
That's an animatronic Disney snake.
We've gained an audience of one. We have a live audience of one right now on the show. Jamie has made her way downstairs from the upper confines here at the Local 4 compound and has pulled up a stool. See? That was Jamie from upstairs. People are fascinated by this.
It's a big meal for one snake.
Well, and honestly, you don't get to see something like that every day. A bearded dragon being... Do we even know what kind of snake that is?
No, I didn't. I didn't figure out what kind it was. It's brown,
Reddish.
brownish red.
Vicky
snake.
wants to know what it has. Well, it has a bearded dragon in its mouth. That's for sure. I'd have to have a very good zoom lens to tape a snake. LOL, says Helen. Brian, you awake back there?
Oh yeah.
Totally into it. Totally into it. Love the Jungle Book. Cindy thinks snakes are nasty. Barbara is watching from Huntington, West Virginia. Yucky, says Sherry. Bowl of bacon on my page. You have to make your way over there to check it out at Jason Carr TV, and we will do that on the midday live at 12:30ish. The bowl of bacon is, what is your favorite feature on your car? What do you like most about your car? John, what do you like most about your Lincoln?
Oh, okay. So my Lincoln has shocks in the back, so when I brake real hard, the car actually comes down low, so you don't invert when you're braking real difficult. You know, it keeps things steady. It's really cool.
Jake?
I just got new windshield wipers. It's my favorite part of my car right now. Perfect.
And
I drive a Jeep that's older than I am, and it sounds like a jackhammer.
I was going to say, you don't look like you've been driving that long. You're kind of a young guy. How old are you?
22.
See?
Yeah.
Only been driving for 6 years, 5 years? How old's the Jeep?
It's an 89.
Right.
So that's
Good year for Jeeps.
yeah.
All right. Jamie, what do you like most about your car?
It's big and I'm in like mom mode. That's the.
Oh,
I get the
mom mode.
like
Panoramic sunroof. What do you like most about your car? Go to my page at Jason Carr TV, answer the bullet bacon, and we might be reading your comments on the midday live happening approximately 12:30. We also have a live press conference with Police Chief James Craig happening at 11 a.m., which of course we will live stream. So stay tuned for that. Live in the D's coming up in 16 minutes. We have a fully stacked show, and everybody's here and accounted for. Well, one half of Jamie isn't here. She's enjoying a day off, well deserved. But it's myself, Chuck, and Tati, and crew, and we have an hour that we've custom created just for you. You guys ready to call it?
Ready to call it.
All
Stay
right.
classy, Detroit. Jason Carr Live was sponsored by the Mike Morris Law Firm. 855 Mike wins.